We now go to News West 9's Alejandra Guzman, who is live on the scene, who joins us live with the details. Alejandra.
Victor, Zora, take a look at the fire. It has been completely contained. Now, I'm going to let you take a live look of what it looks like out here. Así es, Luis Carlos. Mañana hay que madrugar y ser uno de los primeros 200 compradores para recibir regalitos extras por parte de Starbucks, iniciando el fin de semana sin impuestos, justo a tiempo para el año escolar. Sabine County Sheriff Tom Maddox confirmed that at the scene of the marijuana grow, suspects left behind candles reading Santa Muerte, which translates scent of death. The candles clearly depict the Grim Reaper. Eri Olivas fue apuñalado el día de ayer, minutos antes de las 4 de la tarde. Su esposa nos explicó que el altercado propagó debido a un comentario en Facebook. Sin embargo, ella aclara que fue un ataque premeditado.
This was all set up and ready for.
Esto fue planeado. Ellos esperaron a que mi yerno llegara. Ellos sabían a lo que venían, a causarle daño a mi hija. Sabían que tomarían cartas en el asunto, algo que le costó la vida a mi yerno. De acuerdo a Marín, el altercado inició en estos escalones, continuó aquí hacia el pasto y terminó aquí, donde su esposo fue apuñalado varias veces, costándole la vida. Zora, Victor, behind me is the home where the suspects surrendered after what turned into a 3-hour standoff. Así es, Luis Carlos. De acuerdo a oficiales del desarrollo económico, este permiso presidencial es necesario para poner a flote y continuar con los planes de construcción del puente internacional de Presidio de Okinaga. Good morning, Zora. A man is actually still on the run this morning after being accused of stabbing a man to death last night at these apartments behind me, these Sunset apartments at the intersection of Wadley and Midland. Let's take a look at what happened last night. Police were here searching and investigating a stabbing at these Summerhill apartments. Witnesses here last night said the victim was an older man. De acuerdo a autoridades, Hillary White fue arrestado esta madrugada por supuestamente haber robado 2 bancos en la ciudad de Odessa a mano armada. Oficiales dicen haber capturado y arrestado a White en la área de la calle 2 y Ryan, algo que agentes policíacos señalaron está solo a unas varias cuadras del departamento de policía. Con respecto a los 2 robos, autoridades dicen que White le dio una nota a la cajera. Dicha decía que estaba armado y demandaba dinero. La directora de la organización Harmony Home nos explicó que ha notado un incremento en los servicios de entrevistas como terapias a lo largo del tiempo, por lo cual se está llevando este evento el día de hoy para la recaudación de fondos.
Sí hemos visto que nuestros números de casos han subido este año. No estamos seguros si es porque hay más casos de abuso de niños o porque estamos haciendo un mejor trabajo en reportar como adultos los casos de abusos que estamos viendo. Puede ser una combinación de las dos cosas.
De acuerdo a la directora, ella dice que en lo que va del año ven un promedio de 40 casos por mes en comparación al 2015, donde solo vieron un total de 32 casos por mes, por lo cual dice necesitar estos fondos.
Estas donaciones y este evento nos va a ayudar para poder seguir entrevistando a nuestros niños que son víctimas de abuso, la terapia que necesitan ellos para poder pasar de la trauma de este evento que les pasó en su vida. Ayuda para la familia, si los podemos ayudar en algo, tratamos de ayudarlos.
El torneo de golf se lleva a cabo cada año con alrededor de 25 a 30 equipos. Cada equipo debe patrocinar entre $650 a $5,000 para la organización, algo que este patrocinador y jugador dice es muy importante para nuestra comunidad. Se siente muy bien donar, que es un poco de dinero para ayudar a un niño, poder darle una sonrisa después de un evento tan trágico que nadie se merece a tan corta edad. Son inocentes. Por otra parte, la organización también necesita ayuda asistiendo a estudiantes, ya que el año escolar está por comenzar. Harmony Home asistirá a más de 150 estudiantes con mochilas y útiles escolares.
En este momento tenemos nomás como unos 50 llenas, entonces todavía necesitamos poco ayuda y todavía estamos pidiendo donaciones, sea dinero o sea útiles que nos pueden dejar en nuestras oficinas.
Autoridades del Permian Basin le recuerdan que es importante reportar cualquier caso de abuso para evitar ser cómplice de dicho crimen. Reportando en Odessa, Alejandra Guzman, Telemundo 20. A woman could be facing a felony charge after walking inside this funeral home and taking a $10 ring off a dead woman's finger this past weekend.
It's important to know that anytime anything gets stolen from a deceased person, that it's always going to be an automatic stage of felony, regardless of the amount.
LOIS HICKS family members released this video of the woman walking into the funeral home and actually forcing a ring off her finger,
causing her these cuts and bruises.
It's important because it belongs to her, for one. It belongs to us. That's not for someone else to take. It's sure not for someone else to take from a deceased person.
Police say the suspect, described as a heavy-set woman wearing a long-sleeve brown sweater, black sweatpants, and black sandals, took off in this red or maroon Saturn. Authorities say it's common to get calls about memorables being stolen from cemeteries, especially tombstones, but not quite like this one.
I can't remember the last time. I can't remember us ever responding to where an item was stolen specifically off of a dead person.
Police say funeral homes sometimes use replicas or costume jewelry at viewings to prevent situations like this from happening. News West 9 stopped by Sunset Memorial earlier today, but management said because this is an ongoing investigation, they cannot comment or confirm this is a standard procedure.
We're going to be praying that she's caught. We're going to be praying that the ring is returned, but we're going to be praying that she will turn her life around.
We have received tips. We're currently investigating at this point, but at this time, no arrests have been made in connection to the theft.
If found and convicted, she could be spending up to 2 years behind bars. Reporting in ODESSA, Alejandra Guzman, News West 9.
Comprando un blazer como este, usted también tendrá la oportunidad de salvarle la vida a un niño de aquí, del Permian Basin, gracias a la contribución de los restaurantes Dairy Queen.
Live in HD from the station that brings you more West Texas news. News West 9 Weekend starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on this edition of News West 9 Weekend. I'm Alejandra Guzman. This past Thursday, the remains of Fred Robinson were found burned inside a burnt barrel in Odessa. News West 9's Gerald Tracy spoke with his youngest son, who says the death of his father is something he never expected. Gerald? Another man's remains were found in Big Spring last year. Officials confirmed they belong to Jose Mendez Cuellar. News West 9's Natalie Morales spoke to one of his daughters, who says they finally have closure, but they're still looking for answers. Natalie. In remembrance of the 9/11 attacks, Border Patrol agents in the Big Bend sector invited the community to honor the thousands of lives lost. Joanne Colonello witnessed the attacks 15 years ago. She spoke about the tragedy, explaining how her and her friends evacuated the buildings. Luckily, she was able to walk nearly 6 miles, where she met her husband. Today's memorial includes a twisted beam from the World Trade Center. In August of 2011, Border Patrol agents from Alpine drove to New York City and picked up the beam after it was donated. The site was later dedicated a month later. And if you've been on the Sul Ross University campus since Friday, you may have noticed the flags that were put up a little bit early. SGA was going to originally put them up on 9/11, but after the lockdown and shooting in Alpine, they also decided to commemorate the law enforcement with the flags. The flags will be up into next week, so the Alpine community and campus can view them. SGA President Danielle Lucero says they hope for positive news to come from the area to show Alpine is moving past everything that happened there last week. And one Midland-based softball team is taking its support to the 9/11 heroes to the very next level. The team, the West Texas Impact 05, composed of 11 girls, all from around West Texas, honored the heroes with these uniforms. They heard from the parents that they did last year as well. Now, parents say the girls did this because they want their daughters to never take their freedom and luxuries for granted. And following the active shooter situation last Thursday in Alpine, Alpine ISD hosted a parent and community forum today, giving tips on how to cope with the traumatic stress, something that's become very real in Alpine since. News West 9's Gerald Tracy was in Alpine and spoke with the grief and trauma specialist, who says it's normal to be scared and you're not alone. Gerald. A California driver died in a car crash 9 miles east of Van Horn today. The Culberson County Sheriff said the 24-year-old truck driver was driving on Interstate 10 near mile marker 151 when it happened. The cause is being investigated by DPS troopers. So far, they have not released any information as they are trying to notify family members.